रायन इंटरनेशनल स्कूल वसंत कुंज ने 7 और 8 मई 2024 को रिस्वक्वक मॉडल संयुक्त राष्ट्र सम्मेलन 2024 के 15वें संस्करण की मेजबानी सफलतापूर्वक संपन्न की। सम्मेलन में विभिन्न देशों के प्रतिनिधियों के रूप में 24 स्कूलों के 500 से अधिक प्रतिनिधियों की मेजबानी की गई। सम्मेलन में गणमान्य अतिथि श्री किरण डी एम परियोजना निदेशक, उन्नत भारत अभियान मिशन, शिक्षा मंत्रालय जो भारत सरकार की एक पहल उपस्थित थे। मेजर जनरल अनिल कुमार मेहरा, निदेशक IORA इकोलॉजिकल सॉल्यूशंस प्राइवेट लिमिटेड, श्री अभय शर्मा, संयुक्त निदेशक, रेल मंत्रालय, भारत सरकार ने सम्मेलन का गौरव बढ़ाया। 7 मई को हर्षोल्लास के साथ उद्घाटन समारोह की शुरुआत रायन इंटरनेशनल स्कूल वसंत कुंज की प्रधानाचार्य सुश्री शीतल लाबरू और MUN सचिवालय की महासचिव सुश्री नयोनिका तंवर के स्वागत भाषण से हुई। मुख्य अतिथि श्री किरण डी एम ने उद्घाटन समारोह के दौरान प्रतिभागियों को अपने संबोधन में प्रत्येक प्रतिभागी को अपनी क्षमता पर विश्वास रखने की आवश्यकता पर जोर दिया और उन्हें सम्मेलन में सक्रिय रूप से भाग लेने के लिए प्रोत्साहित की, क्योंकि यह उनके लिए अपने विचारों और चिंताओं को आवाज देने का एक महान अवसर है। बिहोल्ड द बिक्वेस्ट विषय को अपनाते हुए अति उत्साहित प्रतिनिधियों ने अपनी समितियों में विभिन्न देशों का प्रतिनिधित्व करते हुए वैश्विक मुद्दों, हिंसा और भ्रष्टाचार से लेकर पर्यावरणीय प्रवासन और जलवायु परिवर्तन तक की बार बार जाने वाली चुनौतियों पर गहनता से विचार विमर्श किया। विश्व के मुद्दों के बारे में प्रतिभागियों को शिक्षित करके और सहयोग और कूटनीति के माध्यम से शांति और संयुक्त राष्ट्र के बीच सहयोग को बढ़ावा देने के लिए दृढ़ संकल्प और समर्पण का एक सुंदर मिश्रण प्रदर्शित किया, जिसका उद्देश्य विश्व में एक प्रगतिशील, शांतिपूर्ण वातावरण तैयार करना और सकारात्मक बदलाव लाना था। 8 मई को आयोजित समापन समारोह के अवसर पर अतिथिगण मेजर जनरल अनिल कुमार मेहरा और श्री अभय शर्मा द्वारा विजेताओं को सम्मानित किया गया और छात्रों के सामूहिक प्रयास के माध्यम से वैश्विक मुद्दों के हल निकालने के प्रयास में उनके उत्कृष्ट प्रयासों की सराहना की, जिसमें MUN सम्मेलनों ने महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका निभाई है तथा युवा छात्रों को परिवर्तन की आधारशिला बनने के लिए प्रेरित किया। MUN सचिवालय की अध्यक्ष जसरीन बिंद्रा ने प्रतिनिधियों को अपने समापन भाषण में MUN जैसे सम्मेलनों में अपनी भागीदारी के माध्यम से वैश्विक मुद्दों का हल निकालने की दिशा में अपना योगदान देने के लिए निरंतर और सहयोगात्मक प्रयास करने का आग्रह किया। यह सम्मेलन प्रतिभागियों के वाद विवाद कौशल, अनुसंधान क्षमता, आलोचनात्मक सोच और नेतृत्व कौशल को निखारने और तराशने का एक अतिश्रेष्ठ माध्यम सिद्ध हुआ।
मैं आज आप रेयन स्कूल में प्रिंसिपल हैं, अपना नाम बताइए।
गुड आफ्टरनून, मेरा नाम शीतल लाबरू है और मैं रायन इंटरनेशनल स्कूल वसंत कुंज की प्रिंसिपल हूँ।
आज आप 15वां फंक्शन अपना यहाँ पे, ये क्या है, इसके विशेष
किसने
पार्टिसिपेट किया क्या?
मैं ये बताना चाहती हूँ कि ये हमारा रायन इंटरनेशनल रिज वीके मून 2015वां एडिशन चल रहा है इसका, और 14 एडिशन ऑलरेडी हो चुके हैं। ये 14 एडिशन इसके हो चुके हैं, ये 15वां एडिशन है और ये हमारे लिए बहुत गौरव की बात है कि आज हमारे पास 500 से ज़्यादा बच्चे इसमें पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे हैं। ये विजन है हमारे चेयरमैन सर और मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर मैडम का, चेयरमैन डॉक्टर F पिंटो एंड मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर मैडम डॉक्टर ग्रेस पिंटो। इन्होंने हमेशा हमारे को प्रोत्साहित किया है कि हम बच्चों को नए प्लेटफॉर्म दें। ये मॉडल यूनाइटेड जहाँ पर बच्चे पूरे विश्व के बारे में डिस्कस करते हैं, जितनी समस्याएं हमारे सामने आती हैं, इतने छोटे छोटे बच्चे अपनी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी लेने के लिए तैयार हैं, समझने के लिए तैयार हैं कि वो वर्ल्ड में कैसे पीस क्रिएट करा सकते हैं। तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि जब हम इतने छोटे बच्चों को, इतने प्रतिभाशाली बच्चों को अपने सामने देखते हैं तो हमको लगता है कि दुनिया को एक नई उम्मीद है, एक खुशी की उम्मीद है, एक पीस की उम्मीद है कि ये छोटे बच्चे जब अपने कंधों पे रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ले रहे हैं समझने के लिए कि ग्लोबल इश्यूज क्या हैं, उनके सॉल्यूशंस क्या हैं, उनकी प्रॉब्लम्स क्या हैं, तो ये अपने आप में ही हमारे लिए बहुत बड़ी अचीवमेंट है।
कितने बच्चों ने भाग लिया है?
हाँ, 24 से ज़्यादा स्कूल्स ने पार्टिसिपेट किया है इसमें, और 500 बच्चों ने इसमें पार्टिसिपेट किया है फ्रॉम डिफरेंट स्कूल्स। हाँ जी।
तो ये क्या हमेशा आप करते रहते हैं?
हाँ, मैं आपको बता रही हूँ कि हमारा 15वां एडिशन है ये, मतलब 14 साल पहले से शुरू कर चुके हैं, ये 15वां साल है और ये चलता चला जाएगा, क्योंकि हमें उम्मीद है कि हम बच्चों को एक नया प्लेटफॉर्म हमेशा इंट्रोड्यूस करना चाहते हैं, ताकि बच्चों में कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल बढ़े, उनको अंडरस्टैंडिंग हो कि उनके जिस जगह पे वो रह रहे हैं, जिस वर्ल्ड में वो रह रहे हैं, वहाँ पे क्या क्या समस्याएं हैं, उनको अपने देश के बाहर भी पता होनी चाहिए।
अच्छा मैडम, जो बच्चे प्रतिभाग ले रहे हैं उनको पुरस्कार देना या
हाँ,
कोई ऐसा
हाँ,
करेंगे?
हाँ, हम लोग आज हमारी क्लोजिंग सेरेमनी है। 2 दिन का ये कॉन्फ्रेंस था, 2 दिन में डिफरेंट कमिटीज में डिस्कशंस हुए, उन सब के डिस्कशंस के बारे में हमारे को बताया गया। उन्होंने देखा कि कैसे चेयर्स बैठती हैं, वो डिस्कस करती हैं, फिर अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट जिस चेयर में, जहाँ पर भी, जिस कमेटी में लगता है कोई प्रतिभाशाली बच्चा था जिसने उभर के आया, जिसने बहुत अच्छे से बोला, जिसने बताई चीजें, जिसकी प्रॉब्लम्स ने हमें सोल्यूशन दिया, तो उन सब चीजों को हम चेक करते हैं, वैल्यूएट करते हैं, और फिर बच्चे चेयर जाके हमको बताते हैं कि हाँ, इस बच्चे में ये प्रतिभा थी। ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ दैट हम उन सबको आज ऑनर करेंगे उनके क्लोजिंग सेरेमनी। हाँ, मैं ये कहना चाहूंगी कि जैसा कि हम रायन में हम ये पूरी कोशिश करते हैं कि हर एक बच्चे को एक जरूरत है एक प्रतिभाशाली बच्चा बनने के लिए, जिसमें हमारा पूरा योगदान रहता है। और मैं इसमें शुक्रिया अदा करती हूँ हमारे चेयरमैन सर डॉक्टर एफ पिंटो एंड मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर मैडम डॉक्टर ग्रेस पिंटो का, जिन्होंने हमेशा हमारे को प्रोत्साहित किया है। और हमारे लिए हर एक बच्चा बहुत प्रतिभाशाली होना चाहिए, ये हमारी उम्मीद है, और हम ये पूरी कोशिश करते हैं। हमारे रायन चेयरमैन सर हमेशा ये कहते हैं कि रायना इट इज द किंग एंड द क्वीन इन द मेकिंग। हम ये चाहते हैं कि हर एक हमारा जो बच्चा है रायन का, वो एक राजा और रानी की तरह सम्मान प्राप्त करे और काम करे। या इसमें मैं ये बताना चाहूंगी कि कोई भी काम विदाउट टीचर्स की एफर्ट्स के बगैर नहीं होता है। तो मैं कांग्रेचुलेट करूंगी सारे स्टाफ मेंबर्स को, जिन्होंने अपना पूरा योगदान दिया सिखाने के लिए बच्चों को। और ये सारा का सारा इवेंट मैं आपको बताना चाहूंगी, ये बच्चों ने खुद ऑर्गेनाइज किया विद द हेल्प ऑफ टीचर्स। तो सबसे बड़ी बात है, हमने बच्चों को ये प्लेटफॉर्म दिया जहां पर बच्चे अपने आप से सब कुछ इवेंट मैनेज करना सीखे। ये इतना बड़ा इवेंट था, इतनी बड़ी चीज ऑर्गेनाइज करनी थी, जिसमें बच्चों ने अपना योगदान दिया और ये इतना सक्सेसफुल हुआ। हाँ, मैं ये संदेश देना चाहूंगी कि हर एक बच्चे को आगे आना चाहिए। जो भी अपॉर्चुनिटी बच्चे को मिल रही है उसको जरूर अवेल करना चाहिए। कुछ नहीं पता उसकी जिंदगी में कौन सी अपॉर्चुनिटी उसकी जिंदगी का टर्निंग पॉइंट बन जाए। तो मेरी ये कोशिश है कि हर एक बच्चे को एक प्रोत्साहन उसके पेरेंट्स की तरफ से, स्कूल की तरफ से जरूर मिलते रहना चाहिए।
But as I can see, the results were very good. All of you did really well, and a lot of awards were distributed. So all of you must be very happy. So, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed delegates, teachers, and students of Rayan International. First and foremost, allow me to extend my warmest congratulations to you, the exemplary winners of the Model United Nations. Your dedication, intellect, and commitment to diplomatic dialogue is exemplary. As I stand before you today on this momentous occasion, marking the culmination of the Modern United Nations Conference, I am filled with a sense of pride and optimism as I look out at the gathering of young minds, eager to engage with the pressing issues of the world. It is a privilege to address such a distinguished audience and such a noisy one. It is a privilege, especially one that represents the future leaders and change makers of our society. Now, since we are at the closing ceremony of Model United Nations, I wish to delve into three key elements that resonate deeply with international negotiations. One, the art of negotiation in international relations. Second, India's position in a multipolar world. And third, the role that youth can play in today's world. Now, if I can I have your ears, please? This is going to be a little interesting, so if you pay attention, you might be able to hear something. So, the cornerstone of international relations is negotiations, right? You have been engaging in negotiation for the past 2 days. Why do we need to negotiate? Because we live in a world where countries compete with each other for limited resources. and where the power quotient of various countries can be as different as United States on one end of the spectrum, and a sub-Saharan country on the other end of the spectrum. So how do we engage in the effective negotiations? Or more importantly, how do we prepare for effective negotiations? To this end, I draw upon the insightful teachings of my teacher, Professor Seth Freeman. His I-4SAW method encapsulates the essential elements of effective negotiation. In the I-4SAW mnemonic, I stands for interest. You have to look out for the real interests of yours and your opponents. You will have to go beyond the posturing and the positions that are spelled out publicly. For instance, two people want the same orange. There is only one orange. How do they negotiate? Halving the orange would leave everyone dissatisfied, right? But if through dialogue you get to realize that one person wanted the orange for the juice and the other one wanted it for making pulp and face pack, so you would realize that actually one orange can satisfy both the persons. So wanting the orange is the position. It is what appears on the outside. But wanting the orange for juice or for pulp is the interest. So you have to look for the interest of the other person and your own. So if you pay close attention to international relations, you will realize this position play out very often. In the I-4SAW, F stands for factual and financial research, are on the side of learning more. What do you need to learn? Well, many things. Here are a few examples. What are the market prices? What do the relevant documents say? What do industry experts say? What published information is about there on the matter? What is there about the other person? What is the history of the relationship? What are the cultural norms? The legal constraints? What does spreadsheet analysis tell you? For example, your budget, your cash flow, your balance sheet, and how different outcomes will affect them. How is the other person's organization set up? A stands for options. Think of as many kinds of negotiable solutions to the problem as possible. Do not focus on creating comprehensive solutions at this stage, and do not critique your options before you have a number of them. Think of solutions that might help satisfy each side's interests. Refine options to best suit both sides. In the I-4SAW mnemonic, R stands for rapport, reactions and responses. It may as well mean role playing. What will you say to start the conversation? How will you respond if you face some resistance or outright threat? Well, I have been in negotiations that have been very threatening. So I can tell you that having this tool at your disposal can be really very helpful. Imagine and note down the if she says X, I will say Y kind of scenarios. Plan for how you will channel the negotiation from argumentative to collaborative. Take help of the previous steps. Try to bring out real interest of the person and how negotiations can satisfy them. E stands for empathy and ethics. Try to put yourself into the other person's shoes. Although easier said than done in this fast-paced and cutthroat world, it is still a very effective strategy for negotiations. It is through empathy only that you will be able to identify the other person's real interests. Sometimes public posturing can be very different than what lies behind, especially in international negotiations. You must have noticed that a small country will more often than not take hard stances in negotiations and resist giving out even small concessions. As an empathetic negotiator, you will appreciate that the leader of any country often caters to her domestic audience while expressing public stance in international negotiations. They cannot afford to be seen as giving away too much to a big country, even if in the end they do so. Therefore, you have to understand the unique situation your counterpart may be in. Likewise, learning about the culture of the other helps in identifying no-go areas and avoiding potential goof-ups. Ethics helps you spot real, practical, legal and political hurdles early on. S stands for setting and scheduling. Where and when. First, where will you negotiate? By phone, by letter, by email, in person? Where are both of you more comfortable? If you meet, then where? Your place, theirs, a neutral place? But why? Will you meet in private or in public? Well, negotiating in the public eye often makes it harder for each negotiator to make concessions without losing face. I had the privilege of being a student of Juan Manuel Santos, two-time president of the country of Colombia and a Nobel laureate. He told me that when he was negotiating with the rebel group FARC, he knew that the actual power lied in the country of Venezuela with Hugo Chavez. He did not meet Hugo Chavez in person, rather he decided the setting and met at the commemoration of Simon Bolivar, who is a revered figure across all of South America. So, setting and scheduling is very important. When will you negotiate? Before something else happens? After? Why? Well, timing can be very crucial. If there are several parties with whom you will meet first, to then whom, what time of the day will you negotiate? Don't negotiate when you are tired. What if any deadlines will you set or face? A stands for alternative to agreement. Well, I think this is getting over the head for many people, but if you listen, it's very easy. A stands for alternatives to agreement. If there is no deal, what will you do instead? What will the other person do? List the different possible alternatives to agreement separately for each type. Rank your alternatives, which is your best, your worst, which is her best, her worst. If the other person says no, she risks winding up with her worst alternative. Tactfully noting this, may encourage her to say yes. W stands for who. Who can influence the outcome of the talks? As I mentioned, negotiations with the rebel group in the country of Colombia were actually made successful by meeting the president of another country. So you have to identify who is the real person who can help you. He might not be the official negotiator, he might not be the head of the state. You will realize that bureaucrats often have less leeway to give concessions than politicians. So I stands for independent criteria. You have to do an independent research. For example, third-party audits of carbon mitigation projects, carbon emissions per capita from reputable international organizations, consumer report ratings, industry statements about standards and practices, verifiable precedent, existing contract terms. These are all objective criteria that the other person cannot question because they are not coming from you. So you can very well say that don't take my word for it. Let's turn to something we both trust. T stands for topics, targets and trade-offs. Now we are coming to the culmination of this short technique. Topics, you have to write down the agenda items that you will be talking about. Then for each topic, set two targets. For example, if your topic is salary, decide which is the higher level of your salary and which is the lower level of salary that will be acceptable to you. And finally, you have to decide on the trade-offs, which topics are more important to you and which are less important, right? So, if salary is more important to you, you might have to give up on holidays and vacation time. So, you will have to rank the topics, and it is particularly valuable when there are lots of them. Review the list of options you created earlier and select the options you would most like to accept. And the last step in the framework is of creating proposals. If the other party does not accept one proposal of yours, try to negotiate for the other one, right? So, this was the I-4SWORD technique, which can be very powerful in international negotiations as well as in your day-to-day negotiations with various entities. Now, moving on, I would like to say that I have a word of advice for the next generation. As you step out into the world to realize your dreams, I would urge you to wear your Bharati identity with pride and be a role model for others with your kindness, intelligence, ethics, and confidence. The youth is the future of this country and this world. I would urge you to read a lot from different sources, and make your own opinion on things. Someone said, if you're not a communist at the age of 20, you don't have a heart. And if you're still a communist at the age of 30, you don't have a brain. And I don't agree. I think it's not lack of intelligence that prevents a person from growing in his thoughts. Rather, it's lack of adequate exposure. Recognizing that true growth stems from the openness to new ideas and experiences, and embracing humility will be very helpful in your quest for wisdom. As you chart your course in this ever-evolving world, remember that the power to make change lies within you. Seize this opportunity that awaits, armed with the conviction that you are the architects of a brighter tomorrow. In conclusion, I extend my congratulations to all those who have won this Model 20 Nations in various capacities and who have organized this wonderful event. May your deliberations inspire action, your resolutions pave the way for progress, and your collective efforts usher into a future defined by peace, prosperity, and justice. Thank you.
पहले अपना आप पहले अपना नाम बताइए और फिर आज के कार्यशाला के बारे में बताएं। आपकी क्या है,
हिंदी
क्या
में बताना है सर ये?
आप कोई समय बता दीजिए।
ठीक है।
जी जी
Good morning. Greetings. My name is Neonika Tanwar. I am the Secretary General of Ryan International School, Vasant Kunj, Model United Nations. This is the 15th edition of our conference. This is the 15th year we'll be hosting this very prestigious conference, and I'm proud to be a part of it.
कैसा लग रहा है बच्चों के साथ में?
बच्चों के साथ रह के बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है क्योंकि usually we're on the other side of the spectrum, we're on the other side of the table because हम delegates बन के जाते हैं. We don't go as we're not the organizing team at every conference. तो हमारे लिए जो experience होता है, जो हमने सीखा है, वहाँ जाके हमें कैसा लगता है, हमारी क्या needs होती है जो fulfill नहीं हो पाती और जो होनी चाहिए. We understand that to a deeper level because we go to these conferences. So for us to organize an MUN at such a big level, because at this stage we have, हमारे पास इस साल सबसे ज़्यादा बच्चे आए हैं, जितने भी हमारे 15 सालों में बच्चे आज तक नहीं आए उससे ज़्यादा इस साल आए हैं. So for us it is a big achievement and we're very proud to host this already prestigious conference. Thank you.
पहले अपना परिचय बताएं, उसके बाद में आज जो फंक्शन चला उसके बारे में बताएं. Yes.
Hello everyone, my name is Jasreen Bindra and I am serving as the president for the RISVK MUN 2024 at the 15th edition of RISVK MUN. I feel proud and delighted to host this event. It marks the 15th edition of the Ryan International School, Vasant Kunj, Model United Nations. We have been carrying forward this legacy for the past 15 years, and this year we have received more than number that RISVK MUN has ever received. That is 450 plus delegates, and we're proud to hold them. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Ronika Rai. I'm the Director General of Ryan International School, Vasant Kunj, Model United Nations. This year, we're establishing the 15th edition, and it's an extremely proud moment for us. These 2 days have been a roller coaster ride. इतने सारे बच्चे आ रहे हैं, and we're really overwhelmed by all of it. Today, we're going to proceed towards the closing ceremony. It's an extremely auspicious environment that we've created here. We have guests coming in who are going to impart all of the knowledge that they have gathered from their respective fields of eminence, and it's actually an extremely overwhelming moment because we had put in so much of effort. इतना ज़्यादा effort डाला है 2 महीने तक. We had been running around the school for 2 months, and to see it all come together for these 2 days, it's been an extremely special moment. All of our hard work has just paid off, and it was extremely worth it. And we're really excited for the award ceremony, of course, for the school delegation award. Everybody's pumped up for that, and we're really gearing up now for the closing ceremony, and we'll see you all there. Thank you.
I am Nihan Vivek.
फंक्शन जो चल रहा है इसके बारे में बताएं.
Actually, ये हमारा एक legacy है. For years, we have been holding one of the best MUN conferences in the entire Delhi circuit. And me being a part of this event, me being in the part of the senior organizing committee, it is really a growth, a development for me. Since childhood I've been doing MUNs, and this growth, to witness this day as the closing ceremony of the 15th edition, it is a big moment for me.
Yes. My name is Chandranath Singh Anand and I come from GD Goenka Vasankunj. Personally, Ryan has always been a very high competition MUN. Even for me, as a very experienced delegate, it's very hard to get an award here. The amount of delegates that actually know facts and institutions is insane. Even just with a single speech, there's a possibility that there might be 10 to 15 point of orders. So in actuality, Ryan is really one of the top-notch MUNs. So why would you come to Ryan? Because you'll get the highest amount of competition here. Yes, the infrastructure might be a little low, but you'll surely cover it up in the debate. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Gaurika Dhawan and I'm a teacher from GD Goenka Vasant Kunj. And every year our students are really excited to come to Ryan International's MUN because this is one school where they feel challenged and the committees are always top notch. The preparations are well done. Even for the teachers, the preparations are really good. And our students are really excited because the type of challenge that they get here, they get very rarely in any other MUNs. So thank you for inviting us and here's 2 more years.
Hello everyone, I'm Mansi from Kiarwangalam World School, Vikaspuri. This is my first time visiting in this branch of Ryan International with students. Students are very excited as they are very privileged to get the invitation from this school, and I can see the arrangement that is done by the school members are very good for the teachers as well as for the students. As the school is already going on, the classes are going on, and according to that, the arrangement for MUN students is really good. I really appreciate it. Thank you for inviting us.
I extend my heartfelt welcome to our esteemed guests, our alumni, our ED, their delegates, and everyone present here. I wish to extend my heartfelt gratitude to Lord Almighty for helping us to conduct this event so successfully. Thank you, Lord, for everybody's presence here, for everybody's efforts. I'm sure, and I must wish and congratulate all the committees who have worked with discipline. All the debates and discussions have been held under the able guidance of the chairs, and I'm sure you must have learned something or the other. I also congratulate each and every participant sitting here. Believe me, participation is important. Winning and losing is secondary. It is very important that you are a part of it. And I'm very, very happy that you were here. These 2 days were really festivity for us, and we really were thrilled to have you. I'm sure that you enjoyed all our hospitality, our love, our affection for you all. And I'm really, really sure that next year we're going to see you again in the RISVK MUN 2025. Oh, the class teams that we all are coming next year as well. Thank you so much. I will definitely thank Lord Almighty and then our mentors, our respected Chairman Sir Dr. A.F. Pinto and Managing Director Madam Dr. Grace Pinto, whose constant support and guidance have helped us always. We thank them from the bottom of our heart. I would also like to thank the honored guests. Thank you so much for your benign presence. We really value your presence today. And I'm sure your vast expertise is really going to be a great learning for all our delegates. Once again, thank you for being here. And last but not the least, I would like to congratulate the organizing team, all the teachers and all the students. Wonderful, good job done. Congratulations. as we are all here gathered here for the closing ceremony, I know you're all excited to know who gets what. But believe me, you all got something. God bless you. Take care.
Over to Gilman for the consideration ceremony.
Thank you, Anika. It gives me immense pleasure to extend a very warm welcome to our esteemed guests to the valedictory function of the 15th edition of RISVK MUN. We are honored by the presence of our esteemed guest, Mr. Abhay Sharma. Sir, your dynamic presence adds a special aura to this ceremony. Mr. Abhay Sharma holds a degree in mechanical engineering from IIT Delhi and a master's in public administration from Columbia University. Currently, he is the Joint Director, Passenger Marketing at the Ministry of Railways, Government of India, and is responsible for making and executing policies for the passenger segment of Indian Railways, which serves more than 6.7 billion passengers annually and earns more than 700 billion in annual revenue. He was also a part of the G20 core team for planning and executing North India bilateral meetings among the heads of state. Following the Rhine tradition, I request Principal Ma'am to felicitate our esteemed guests with a pot of flowers, a token of our gratitude and appreciation. Can we have a huge round of applause? Thank you, sir, for taking time out from your busy schedule to inspire our leaders in the making. Let's keep the applause going. We are delighted to welcome Major General Mr. Anand Kumar Mehra, veteran AVSN VSN. He has served the Indian Army for 37 years and is the Director at Ayura Ecological Solutions Private Limited, where he oversees human resources, administrative and financial activities for the organization. A very warm welcome, sir. May I request Principal Ma'am to present a token of gratitude and appreciation to Mr. Mehra.
Sir, you just chaliye.
Can we have a huge round of applause?